Yeah, I was saying.
Name of the magazine is Lost Pen Magazine, and it's something that I came up with while I was desperately looking for a unique name. Most of the names that I wanted to use were already taken by other publications, and so after praying about it, the Lost Pen Magazine kind of materialized in my mind. And I thought it was suitable because as a writer, when I was writing more regularly fiction and that kind of content, I had a hard time finding a place for my writing, which kind of straddled Christian writing and secular writing, had a Christian theme and message, but not necessarily overtly Christian, and so it was difficult to find a place for it. And so I figured if I was having those challenges, most likely other Christian writers were having similar challenges. So in that respect, the Lost Pen was kind of like a beacon to attract writers like myself, to kind of bring them together and to provide a place for them to share their work. But each theme of the magazine is unique. For issue 1, the theme was Deep Unto Deep. The theme for issue 2 was Beauty for Ashes. The theme for issue 3, it's based on James 4:8, which is draw unto the Father and he will draw unto you. And the theme for issue 4 is Christ alone. There's no Bible verse attached to this particular issue for issue 4 yet. I'm still thinking about it. But it is obviously, living for Christ and serving Christ above and beyond all other things, and making him the core of our daily lives. So those are, the themes that we've had so far, and most likely each theme that's going to come out after this will have a theme and most likely a Bible verse. And it basically is sort of what I alluded to in the first question, which was to really provide a place for Christian writers to gather together, to be featured. And there's also the aspect of providing a place that was welcoming, unintimidating, so that new or lesser experienced writers would feel comfortable submitting their work, as well as to learn the ropes. Submitting to magazines is a kind of a beast of it in and of itself, and so learning to follow the guidelines, learning how to communicate with an editor, learning how to have your work edited, all those kind of things tie into the whole experience of submitting to a magazine, and it's not something that you would really gain unless you do it. And so this is an opportunity for young writers to have this experience, to also provide a place for them to start building their portfolio and to increase their internet footprint, so that when people look them up, the Lost Pen magazine and their piece will appear. So it has that benefit for writers as well. So whether you're experienced or less experienced, I encourage people to submit and to see what happens. At this point, the Lost Pen magazine, we publish about 2 issues a year. We started, I think it was about last year, and so we had 1 issue that came out, I believe it was in June or July, and then another issue that came out, the most recent one that came out in February. Now that I have a bit of a larger editorial team supporting me, I feel that we can probably get more issues out per year, and so that's the goal right now. So hopefully you'll see the Lost Pen magazine sending out 2, 3, or 4 issues per year. That would be great. I wish I could really get into all the details, but essentially for me, the main message of the Lost Pen magazine is to encourage Christian creative people to embrace their creative calling as one that is given to them by God, who is the original creator. And I believe he has given us all the ability to create. It might not necessarily be in the arts, but you might have, you might be an idea person. You might be a person who comes up with creative solutions for things. You might, like creativity shows up in different ways. And but specific to our message here is to encourage people who write, sing, dance, whatever it is, to realize that God gave them those gifts for a purpose, and it's our job to find out what that purpose is and to pursue that purpose. My hope is that when people read Lost Pen magazine, that they will be inspired. A lot of people out there, for various reasons, have given up their dreams, maybe they have a desire to do some type of creative thing, but because of life circumstances, they've put it on a back shelf and they've forgotten about it. And my hope is that the Holy Spirit will resurrect those old dreams and bring them back to life, and and just give back that passion for that zest for creating and doing something innovative and new. But not to do it just for ourselves, but to do it obviously for God, and to be able to minister to others through our gifts and our talents. And that's really what the Lost Pen magazine is about. It's what my mission and philosophy is. And if you read the information on my blog and all the things I write about, is usually around those themes. And so it's something I believe strongly in, and pretty much everything I do, ministry related or writing related, editing related, is to foster that idea and to motivate and encourage and inspire people to pursue their creativity. It's pretty much whoever God brings to the magazine. When I started the magazine, I didn't have a clear idea in mind that I wanted to target this group of people or that group of people. The idea to do the magazine just kind of dropped into my head one day, and I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do this, Lord, and whoever benefits, right? But I've seen, I don't really have a way to track either at this point who's reading a magazine. I just know it's being downloaded and people are reading it. But the feedback that I get is often from people who are a little bit older, maybe middle-aged older, people who have a good firm grasp of their Christianity or who have been Christians for a while. And it's men and women equally. Submissions come from men and women, so I think that's kind of in general the audience. But really my hope, as I said in the last question, is that anybody who reads a Lost Pen magazine will be inspired, and that the purpose is to inspire people to get out there and get busy at using their creative gifts and blessing other people. So that's, in general, the audience. Right now, Lost Pen magazine is only available digitally. I would love one day for it to be in print, but that's a whole other thing and a whole other expense. So right now, just for ease of distribution, it's available in two ways. You can get it on Issue, which is the digital magazine platform, or you can get it in PDF, which you can download and keep on your tablet or phone or whatever it is. All that information is available on the website. There are direct links to both formats, and the magazine is free, again, for accessibility and to be able to reach as many people as possible. So all that information is available on the website at www.lostpenpublishing.com. I recently co-founded a group called the Radiant Writers Community. It's a group that I set up with my partner, Dyane K. Bell at Legacy Lane Publishing, and it's basically a writers group that focuses on coaching and supporting heart-centered, Christ-centered writers with a specific message that they want to share with the world, but perhaps they don't have maybe the expertise or certain skills, or they just need help trying to bring that goal and that desire to reality. So we meet through Zoom. We have people coming from all across the world, from Russia, from the States, from Canada, and we're growing, which is really nice. And we've also got some other activities starting up. Right now we're in the process of launching our Writers Challenge, which will feed into the Lost Pen magazine issue 4. And we're also going to be starting some workshops and other writing related things in the near future. So I wanted to just let you know about that if you're thinking maybe you'd like to get into writing, or you do write but you might need some help figuring out how to get your project off the ground, then this community could be a really good resource for you. If you're interested, I invite you to go to the Lost Pen magazine website, look up the tab for Radiant Writers Community, and the information is there. To find the website, you can go to www.lostpenpublishing.com. So one last thing I want to mention before I go is that the submission period for the Lost Pen magazine is open right now, and it will be running until the mid-September. So maybe I'd say September 13th. That would be the deadline to submit any work. So if you have any questions, you can email me at fwritingservices@gmail.com, or you can go directly to our website at www.lostpenpublishing.com. You can go to the contribution page tab. Underneath that is a submissions tab, and all the information is visible there. And yeah, so please, the invitation is open. If you're interested, I invite you to submit. And the other thing also on the website, just a quick aside, is that if you have any other questions about my values, who I am, what I'm about, my writing testimony, any of those types of things, it's all available on the website. I'm just going to switch over here to tell you exactly. If you go into the About tab, there you'll have all the information about who I am, what I'm about, my writing story, journey, lessons learned, and all the things that kind of transpired that led to the creation of the Lost Pen magazine, Radiant Writers Community, Forde Writing Services, which is my editing service, etc., etc. It's all there, and you're invited to check it out.